Hey all, welcome back to SLB, Basement Bourbon Bar. I am Kurt Ludington, your resident host and bartender. Today we have a very different show planned, something I have never done before, but we're going to do it today. I put a lot of thought process, a lot of thinking, of what cocktail I'd want to do next for our show, and I just couldn't come up with one. So what we're going to do today is we're going to mix two different cocktails that I have never even mixed before. I haven't even tasted it. I've never tried it. I'm going to have to look at my notes because I don't even know the recipes, but it's going to be fun. I think, it's just in my head, but I think the recipes look good, so I feel they're going to be good. So we're going to give them a shot. See what we come up with. Before we get started though, if you would please hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate that very much. Once you've done that, reach over and hit that notification bell, and that way you won't miss a single episode of the show. Do me a favor if you would please also, and feel free to comment below. Mix these cocktails yourself. I would love to hear what you think of the flavors that are involved in these two cocktails. All right, without further ado, let's get started on the first one. The very first cocktail is called there we go, Green Apple Gin Smash. I told you, I've never done them before. Green Apple Gin Smash. Green Apple Gin Smash. This cocktail comes via Instagram under Mindful Mixologist. So credit goes to Mindful Mixologist on Instagram for the Gin Apple and the Green Apple Gin Smash. All right, let's get started. Now, what I want to do first is pour in 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. Now, the directions call to throw in a few chunks, which I've already have cut and prepared, of Granny Smith apple into the bottom of the tin, and then give it a good muddle. I usually like to pour in the simple syrup so we have something to liquid down there to muddle with. This is going kind of nutty, isn't it? One thing you know about me, I'm not a liar. We've never done this before, as you can tell. All right, that ought to be good. One moment. Wow, I didn't even see this one over here. That drives me nuts. One moment.
2,000 years later.
Now, we can proceed with 3/4 ounce freshly squeezed lemon juice. Again, through all that mayhem, we had 3/4 ounce simple syrup, 3/4 ounce freshly squeezed lemon juice, muddled Granny Smith apple. For our spirit of the cocktail is gin. The directions actually call for botanist gin, but it's a dry gin, London dry gin, so I don't have that, but I'm going to use Ford's. So I'm going to pour in 2 ounces of your preferred London dry gin. All right, once you've done that, let's get our tin, get some ice, give it a shake. All right, that ought to do it. Got a nice and frosty feel on my tin here. I've got a cocktail Coupe ready to go. We absolutely want to double strain this because if you don't remember all those chunks of green apple that was flying all over the place. Now, for a garnish, I cut up an apple fan. These look really cool once you get them right, but boy, sometimes they can be a pain. There you have it. Green Apple Gin Smash. I said it right. Now, we're going to give this a taste, but with that big fan in there, what do? You know, I just take it off. Look good for a while. Give it a try. Well, to be honest, it's good. Truthfully, it tastes more as of just a gin sour. If it were me, if I tried this again, I would choose an apple more like a Honeycrisp, something with some real solid, some strong flavors, because I'm having a hard time picking up the apple flavor. I'd really like to get a lot more apple flavor than what I'm getting with this particular Granny Smith apple. I think honestly I love Honeycrisp apples, so I think if I tried this again, I would try it with a Honeycrisp apple. If you try it with an apple that you know has some real strong flavors, and I think it would be really good. The next cocktail that we want to share together, give it a shot, is called the Queen's Road. The Queen's Road is a tiki style drink, and it comes courtesy of Lynette Marrero, who works at Llama Inn in Brooklyn, New York. I also found this on Instagram. Very good source of good cocktail recipes. All right, the Queen's Road. Let's get started. We're going to put in just 1 dash Angostura bitters. Now, for memory's sake, I really don't have to check my sheet too often because it's pretty simple. Every ingredient here now is a 1/2 ounce until we get to our spirit, which is obviously, being a tiki style drink, a rum based cocktail. And for the rum, we'll be adding 1.5 ounces. But to get started, I am going to pour in a 1/2 ounce of ginger syrup. I am using fiery ginger syrup made by Lieber. You can find this on Amazon. It's pretty darn good. Trent will drop a link for you on that one. We're going to follow that up with a 1/2 ounce of honey syrup. For my honey syrup, I like it pretty sweet, so I use a 3-to-1 ratio, 3 parts of honey to 1 part of warm water. Give it a good shake. I use a mason jar. Give it a good shake until all the ingredients are combined, and you have honey syrup. After that, I'm going to pour in a 1/2 ounce of orange juice. I am using Natalie's organic orange juice. And then I'm going to pour in a 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Now for the spirit of our cocktail, I'm going to be using this Matusalem 10-year rum. I want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Nate Goodfellow. Nate has a business here in the area where I live, but more than that, he is an extreme adventurer. Nathan lives his life to the fullest, and I can't give him nothing but credit for that. Give me 1 second here. I believe I have, yep, I've got it up on my phone. You should follow him on Instagram. He has the most amazing adventures. He's all the way down in the Keys to all the way up in the very north. The dude does it all. He goes everywhere. His writing on his Instagram account is, I don't dream about it, I don't think about it, I don't talk about it, I do it, I live it. I love that. Some of the last posts from Nathan that I got into, he was actually not but a couple of weeks ago in the middle of winter up in, I think it was Superior National Forest up in Minnesota, camping outside and sleeping in a hammock. I mean, come on, man. You can't get more adventurous than that. So give him a follow. My Life, My Terms, 55. Nate Goodfellow, brother, I really appreciate this bottle, and I appreciate you thinking about me. We're going to pour in 1.5 ounces of this Matusalem 10-year. That's all the ingredients in the cocktail. Once again, we're going to get some ice in this tin, and we're going to give this thing a shake. Man, babe, I'm on a roll. All right. Full disclosure on the last cocktail that we mixed. This is going to drive me out of my mind. I apologize for the little spill. We'll get her cleaned up here real quick and we're good to go. I've got a double rocks glass filled with ice ready to go. Forgot my strainer. We're going to give this a strain. We do not have to double strain since we are pouring into a glass of ice. Wow. All right. There's your cocktail, whether you like it or not. All right. For a garnish, I have a half of a orange wheel. Then I have a little bit of candied ginger. A little bit too much ice in there too. Well, you know, it might not have went as smoothly as I would have liked it, but however, the flavor should be there. That is the Queen's Road. I apologize to Lynette for my feeble attempt in mixing this particular cocktail, so my deepest apologies for that. However, I'm going to grab a straw and we are going to give this a try. Props to Lynette, because that is delightful. It is very good. Ginger syrup is just a difficult thing to gauge and judge. This particular Lieber ginger syrup is very good, but yet very strong. So, in full disclosure, if I mix this cocktail again using the Lieber ginger syrup, I would reduce that to just a 1/4 ounce because the ginger is just a touch strong. Other than that, whatever ginger syrup you might use might be just fine at a half an ounce. But for me, if I'm using the identical ingredients as I have out here in front of you now, I would change it to a 1/4 ounce. We'd reduce that ginger a little bit, but it is very important, I feel, to have the ginger in the cocktail. It really, really does wonders for the cocktail. I love all the ingredients in here. It's extremely well balanced, especially if I lower this down to a 1/4 ounce, and I think it's fantastic. So thank you, Lynette, for that fantastic tiki style cocktail, the Queen's Road. I had a good time today. I know I was all over the place. I apologize for that. I had things flying everywhere, but hey, I had a good time, and sometimes that's just how it goes. I hope you have a little bit easier time in trying these cocktails than I did, but I suggest that you give them a shot because I think they're both worth it. Hey, let's all drink responsible. Let's all keep that in mind, and I will see you next time right down here with me in the basement bourbon bar. See ya.